Hello everyone and welcome back to more Let's Play Professor Layton and the Curious Village. In the last episode we were ascending the tower just now and we just found out about Lady Dahlia and stuff, and we now have 8 of 10 mysteries solved. And I'm sure there will be more by the end of this episode. Cash Boy? Got any help for me here? He doesn't seem to, which is strange, but okay. Do you suppose we're near the top yet? Yes, but it seems that we have another puzzle in the way before we get there. Oh, this is the final puzzle. And wow, this puzzle. I have stories to tell about this puzzle. Your task is to draw lines between the pins on this board to form 7 squares. The 7 squares do not have to be uniform in size, but you can only use each pin once. Give it a shot. Yeah, when I was a kid, when I first played this, I was playing this in the evening, and I actually stayed up and for about until about 3 AM on a school night because I wanted to solve this so bad, but I just couldn't get it, and it took me so long to do this fucking puzzle. But I think it's not going to be that much of a problem now. Most of the squares you make will be tilted 45 degrees to the sides, and their sizes will vary as well. Start by looking for pins you can connect to create squares tilted at an angle. You know what? I think I'll try this without hints, because it's probably going to be really hard, but let me just start trying, I guess. Now that I did that, this point can't be used, so that's wrong. Maybe I should use hints. Now this point is useless. Let me use hints. Oops, sorry about that. You want more specifics? Alright, here's the location of one of the squares. Connect the 4 pins in the top left corner to form a tiny square. Just so you know, this is the only square on the board that isn't tilted. Alrighty then. The largest square contains the pin that's third from the top in the left column, and the bottom pin from the far right column. You also need to form a small diagonal block using the 2 pins lined up diagonally on the bottom left portion of the board. There are 2 more small squares just like this one on the board. Okay. Third from the top on the left column and the bottom pin from the far right column. What? What? Third from the top of the left column and the bottom pin from the far right column. Excuse me? Excuse me? What? Oh, like that. There we go, okay. You also need to form a small diagonal block using the 2 pins lined up diagonally on the bottom left portion of the board. There are 2 more small squares just like this one on the board. Okay, so yeah, these are all the ones that are definitely correct now. And this is all I had to go off of when solving this puzzle, and I actually had it memorized by the end. And I would do this puzzle a lot, for some reason. Hey, I did it. Okay. That's nice. Yeah, this took me like literally about 2 hours the first time around, and I just wanted to finish the game. And I just couldn't do it. It was so hard. But I guess it's not that hard.
There we go.
When you're using the hints, at least. It's probably insanely hard if you don't.
Critical thinking is the key
But,
to
you know,
success.
I used the hints because I used them. The end. That's right, tracking down all those tilted squares was quite fun, wasn't it? Yeah. So fun. Now we're free to keep climbing. You know, it's very odd that this tower is simply huge and yet there's almost nothing inside it. Yes, quite. Other than Bruno's room in the cellar, the whole place is rather bare. Perhaps that is why Bruno's machines make such a racket. This tower is like a giant megaphone. But why would anyone want to construct such a big, purposeless tower, Professor? It's exhausting to climb this thing. Ha! Did you ever consider that this tower might have been built for the express purpose of exhausting us? This is just another one of the many trials that have been set out for seekers of the golden apple. Gosh, that makes perfect sense. Maybe that's also why the tower looks so scary on the outside. Okay, so we are actually done with the final puzzle now. So, oops, Cash Boy. Why would they hide a hint coin there? I don't know, but you know, we got it. All is well. This floor doesn't appear to have any puzzles for us. So if we climb this spiral staircase, maybe we'll reach the top floor. I think you may be right, my boy. Come, let's hurry. But first we gotta look for hit coins. Even though we won't really need them much anymore now. I've missed so many hint coins probably. But I don't think they really matter all that much. Oh my gosh! Our view was obscured from the ground, blah blah, but who would have suspected a charming cottage like this one here? Look, the lights are on, Professor. It would appear that someone is living here. A path to the tower has been found. Scale the tower and solve all the mysteries. Okay. Yeah, we've already done that. Thank you, game. So the final chapter's done. So what happens now? Oh, we get this music again, because that's some great music. Not really. Hint coins before we enter the mysterious cottage. Not that many hint coins to be found. Okay. Let's go then. You've reached the top of the tower. Continue into the house or return to the village to explore more. Yeah, oh, Jesus Christ. Really? Really? Game? Oh, I just saved, didn't I? What an idiot. What an idiot I am. Jesus Christ. Okay, let's scale the tower again. And I'm not gonna cut this out. Because this is your fault. And you have to watch this now. I know I'm an awful person, but... oh, look at how far we've come. All these random doors and gates with question marks on them. Okay, here we are. Let's enter the cottage now. First I want to save, because this is the place where they intend for you to save. Because they just did save there, and then I overwrote the save like an idiot. So let's enter the cottage, because this is the point of no return, actually. So, yeah. What kind of person would live in a place like this? Unbelievable. Just look at this room. The stuff in here has to be worth a fortune. This must be the top floor that Bruno spoke of. So we might be standing in the same room as the golden apple at this very moment. I've been waiting for you two.
It's you! What's this? What's going on here?
My boy, what you see here is the golden apple herself.
When I was first playing this, I was so excited at this moment. I don't know what... Are you excited? I don't know if you will be. If you actually have like can already think when you're like looking at this as an adult and like can predict twists like that. But I couldn't, and I was very amazed. You're the golden apple. Professor, you knew about this? I had an inkling, but I didn't tell anyone, because that's more fun that way. Don't you see the genius of it, though? The Baron didn't write the will to find a successor to his fortune. His true aim was to find a worthy guardian for his daughter, and he was willing to put his whole fortune on the line to do so. Yes. My name is Flora. I've been waiting here in the tower for so long. Were you locked up in here the whole time? Oh no, but before Papa passed, he told me that I should wait here, until someone from outside Saint Mystere came for me. Why didn't he just, you know, let Bruno take care of her? Bruno built an entire town, a village, I guess, an entire village just for this one purpose. I mean, that's a lot more work than taking care of this little girl. I mean, really, I don't know. Papa said that whoever came for me would be someone I could trust with my life. So that's why I kept watching us move around the village. What was that?
What's going on? Hmm? Oh!
Oh!
Here I come! Ready or not! Follow me! Come now.
God, I don't know, why is Don Polo here now? Why did they bring him back? Why couldn't he have just be gone? But anyway, this is a very high stakes moment right here. Follow me, we must evacuate this tower immediately. And the cutscenes that's about to come up is actually so amazing and has the best music ever. So get excited for that. What now? This isn't what I meant.
Professor!
Luke, go ahead without us. I have an idea.
But...
We're fine. Go on.
all right.
It's all right, dear. This way.
What are we going to do? I've got it. Just wait a moment, Flora. Okay, get ready for the best music. Best music ever. Best so good.
Yes. Layton, I'll smash you right out of the sky! No! This isn't over yet, Layton! Just you wait! One day, I will have my revenge on you! Hold tight! Hmm?
I watched this cutscene so many times as a kid, just because I liked the music so much. Thank goodness you're alright, Professor. Don Paolo's flying contraption was something else. I really thought we were done for back there. Yes, it was a bit unnerving, but he also provided us with the answer to one of our ongoing mysteries. Do you remember that awful noise we heard the first time we visited Reinhold Manor? The one that spooked Claudia? So that must have been the noise. You've put it together. The racket was likely Don Paolo's contraption making a crash landing. If that's the case, then we now know the approximate time of Don Paolo's entrance into Saint-Mystere. That makes perfect sense. So it follows that Franco wouldn't have noticed Don Paolo's entrance. So if Flora is the golden apple that everyone's been looking for, that means the treasure that Lady Dahlia and the others were chasing never existed in the first place. No, I'm fairly certain they weren't mistaken. I do believe a fortune is hidden somewhere within the village. But the Baron would need to hide it somewhere only the golden apple would know to look. You mean that Flora knows where the treasure is hidden? I'm sorry, but I don't know about a treasure or anything like that. Let's head back to Reinhold Manor one more time. I suspect we'll clear everything up there. Someone is calling me. That's great. Hold on. Okay, sorry about that. Let's head back to Reinhold Manor one more time. I suspect we'll clear everything up there. Professor, do you really think the treasure could be located here? Look closely at this painting, Luke. I'm sure it holds the key to the Reinhold fortune. But I've already looked at it. If we solve this mystery, Luke, I'm certain we'll come face to face with the Reinhold treasure. Touch the painting where the golden apple is hidden. Great. Okay, yeah, so this is not a very difficult puzzle because we just saw the weird apple thing that Flora has on her chest. So, you know, this isn't very hard, but let me get a hint just for the sake of it, I guess. Come now, my boy, think carefully. What? Oh yes, now I remember. Okay. We just have to touch that area of her chest. I remember now, it's right here. Aha! A hidden switch. Of course the professor could smell that because, I don't know. The switch seems to have activated the wall. And to think that Reinhold Manor held the secret behind this painting all along. It looks like there's a passage that leads further in. Oh. Let's see where this passage goes. Oh my goodness, look at this place, I had no idea. Now how in the world did you know that the switch was hidden in the painting? Listen closely, Luke. Wisdom wasn't the only thing Baron Reinhold acquired of his potential guardians for his only daughter. You saw it too, did you not? The peculiar mark on her neck that only appeared once she laughed. In other words, Baron Reinhold sent out one last requirement for the potential inheritor to his fortune. He wanted someone who could make Flora smile again after losing those dear to her. To that person and that person alone would Baron Reinhold reveal the location of his actual fortune. That's unbelievable, Professor, but it all makes sense now. Except, how did he do that with her thing lighting up when she laughs? Did he like put some implants in her? Because that's kind of weird. But whatever. Makes sense. Flora, my little Flora. Where's that voice coming from? Flora, you've made it here at last. That voice, Papa, is that you? Papa. My dear Flora, has the village watched over you as I would have? I built Saint Mystere for you so that you would never have to know true loneliness. Well, to be fair, Bruno did the actual building, but that's beside the point. In any case, if you'd come to this far, I suppose it's safe to assume my plan was a success. My greatest regret is that I'm not there to see you become a young woman. But please know that I want nothing more than for you to be happy. Whether the person by your side right now can give you that or not is up to you, I suppose. And to you who have found your way to my daughter's side, you have my heartiest congratulations. Few could make it through the barrage of puzzles I set before you. I imagine a person of your abilities has already caught on, but allow me to reveal Saint Mystere's secret. The secret of Saint Mystere. Recently, I was told by my physician that I don't have much time left on this earth. I can come to terms with dying, but the thought of leaving my only child alone in the world torments me. This is why I've commissioned Bruno to construct Saint Mystere. At least this way she'll be safe and protected until she's old enough to venture into the outside world. Streets and buildings are the bones of a village, but its heart is the people who live in it. This is why I asked Bruno to create all the villages here, as well as all the puzzles hidden within them. I've asked Matthew to make news of my death public only once Flora has grown past childhood. So, stranger, how does my beautiful little flower look now? I imagine she's blossoming into adulthood. Equally important to me is finding someone to whom I can entrust both my daughter and my fortune. This is why the inhabitants of Saint Mystere are constantly testing the knowledge of the visitor. If you've made it this far, it must mean that you possess both wisdom and dedication to my daughter. I am confident that you will take good care of my fortune and Flora. This is why everything in this room, the whole of my fortune, belongs to you now. When you remove it from here, Saint Mystere will complete the objective for which it was created. I imagine the inhabitants will fall into a deep sleep from which they are never to awaken. Now wait just a minute, is he saying that if we take this treasure, all of Saint Mystere will just disappear? I honestly don't know the answer to that question, Luke, but it's possible that Saint Mystere is designed to shut down the instant we lay a hand on the treasure. So if that happens, everyone will just stop? Just like puppets with their strings cut? I leave it to you, brave traveller. Draw the curtain on Saint Mystere and lay this lifeless village to rest. Above all else, take care of my precious daughter. She's in your hands now. Oh, Papa. I can't believe it. If we touch this treasure, all of Saint Mystere will just grind to a halt. Flora, by right, this inheritance belongs to you. You should be the one to decide what's done with it. I don't want it. But why ever not, my dear? The people who live here have been with me for so long. Curious as this village is, it's watched me grow up. I want Saint Mystere, my village, to stay just as it is, forever. I see. Then so it shall be. But what of you, Flora? Will you stay here with your village? Okay, the episode's over. We've reached our time limit, and are actually already a bit over that, so we will actually see the final bits of story in the next episode. So yes, goodbye.